Welcome to the Bumble Bears podcast where Willie and Saz.
Hello! We're alive! We're back!
We are backyard beekeepers with a keen interest in all things beekeeping, and I had a bit of a cock up, didn't I, Willie? What happened last time?
Somehow it didn't save.
Yeah, we recorded a whole episode, and then when I went to edit it, it was gone.
It was gone!
And also, forgive the audio, we have Fiona wiggling around in her play center, and then we have Tanyan staring at Willie's food.
Yeah. And the other apologies, because we always spend our intros apologizing, that it has been quite some time in between updates. But I promise it wasn't because we were just sitting on our butts doing nothing.
Quite the opposite. We've been busy.
Yeah, because we have our own little bumble bear, Princess Fiona, who is now 4 months old.
Yeah, she's 4 months old. She's very sweet, and she loves making sounds, and there she was, making a sound.
Yeah, so we have been going hell for leather in being the best parents we can to Fifi in the winter. But now, spring is here. We have, just like the bees, we are out of hibernation.
Yeah, spring is here, so we're going to do a little spring update, and we also have exciting news. So we hinted about this last time, what was happening, and we can... Yes, Fiona, it's very funny. We can now disclose...
Yep. We got an award! Our honey got an award! Yeah, thank you very much to the Royal Agricultural Society of Victoria.
Yes, so we entered our honey. It was pretty much Willie's idea. I hadn't even heard of it, so it was all his initiation.
Yeah, it was just more so, like, we love our honey, and we feel really strongly about how we go about harvesting it, and, the way we go about beekeeping, etc. But it's always nice to have, external feedback and commentary, as, just to make sure that you're on the right track and stuff. And it's good to see if our honey can, match it up with, the other, boutique, beekeepers which have been around for ages. And they were nice enough to give us an award. And, it just means so much. It's really flattering. And
yeah, we are now bronze medal winners for the Australian Food Awards. They sent us this lovely little award paper thing that we're going to frame and put up in the office. And we've got the nice letter here. Thank you for your support and participation. This is your seal of approval. And yeah, thank you very much. Danielle Burnett, who's the coordinator here, has sent us this. And then, so let's kind of go through. So they marked us on a couple of different criteria. And so they were color, density, clarity and brightness, aroma, and flavor. So we scored the highest on flavor, which, if you ask me, is the most important.
Yeah.
And we scored the lowest on clarity and brightness. So I'm not sure why that matters, but it does.
Yeah, well, I don't...
I guess if you're trying to sell it, people are very superficial.
I accept their criticisms, because the comment they made was they would have liked it if it was double-strained.
Which it definitely wasn't.
Yeah, because, Mr. Barry Cooper and also Mr. Michael Bush, if you happen to be listening, they've always... they've been very influential in, I guess, putting me on the bee path and stuff like that. And especially with some of the crush and strain techniques I've used, that, they feel that one of those, those really, really fine strainers can, exclude the pollen, from the actual honey. So,
yeah, which makes sense.
We use, like, a fairly coarse colander, like you do, for...
It's like for those giant spaghetti meals.
Yeah.
It's like the cone that...
Yeah, so it's conical ones where people make vegetable stock and stuff like that. So the comment was, maybe double filter it next time, which, we'll definitely take that on board, because, I don't want to be like, oh, I know better than you. How dare you, give us criticisms?
But the thing is that we are super duper natchy here at Bumble Bear Farms, so we just didn't really double strain it, did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny that like everyone wants to know like, is it real honey? Is it natural? Like, do you heat it up? Do you add stuff to it? And no, we don't. And yes, it is natural. There's one guy from the community garden. He asks us literally every time
Every
that
time.
he wants
Oh
to
my
buy.
God.
He wants to
Every
buy
time.
honey, and then he's like, is it natural? Do you add anything to it? And we're like, nope, we don't add anything. Yes, it's natural. And then he's like, yeah, okay, good, because, like, I'm going to give it to my grandkids. I don't want to feed them garbage. And then when we tell him the price, which is, like, a normal price, he's like, wow, that's expensive. At Safeway, I could get it for, like, $8.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, buddy.
I'm like, really? Do you think the one at Safeway is natural? Anyways, no shade to Safeway. I
Well,
don't know if that's true or not.
Actually, no. Okay, that Safeway, our local Safeway is rubbish. We're never going there. It's dead to us.
Yeah, a lot of the local things here are dead to us. But a lot of them are our buddies.
Yeah. So we are now the award-winning Bumble Bears, which is very exciting.
Yeah, that is exciting. So that's been going on, and we will maybe try to enter again in the future when we have, a little bigger situation going on, a little more, I guess, more straining.
Yeah, like we'll. I definitely want to see if the weather and the harvest allows us to. If we get something that we feel really strongly about, like that, where the flavor is absolute bomb. Yeah, let's see how it matches up again.
Yeah.
Because we were amongst good company, with a lot of the honeys from Beechworth were featured there. And I love Beechworth honey.
Leather.
The leatherwood from Cradle Mountain was featured in there.
Yeah, so shout out to you guys. Well done.
Yeah, and Backyard Bees as well.
Backyard Bees.
We're amongst some good company, so it's nice to be named around them.
Yeah, that was a great experience, and I'm glad we did it.
Yeah!
So next item on the agenda. Oh, Tanya's just chewing on a bone, don't mind. And also Fiona's playing with her toy. That's that rattling sound. So it's some great Foley here. Next item on the agenda, it's springtime, and we've done our first bee checks.
We did. We have 10 hives in the Yarra Valley, in the suburb of Wandon, at these lovely folks at Leonardale
Cherry Farm.
Cherry Farm.
Shout out to Lee and
Rachel.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for your support all the time.
Their son Charlie is
best cherries in the world.
Yeah, their son Charlie is going to be a motocross champion.
Yeah, he seriously is, like, yeah.
But seriously, if you're heading down there, objectively
nicest
speaking,
folks in the world,
they are
and
some
their
awesome
cherries are so good. So go get your Christmas cherries. But anyways, Willie, why don't you take the mic and talk about the bee check, because I was busy with the baby.
Yeah. Like every beekeeper, and after winter, you open up the hive and you're just really, really nervous that all your bees are dead, because you have no control of the elements and you just don't know how they're going to fare. You do everything, as per textbook, but there's always that uncertainty, because you can't just go checking in every day. Especially these hives which are out in the Yarra Valley. They're not exactly in our backyard, so you just have to trust the process, so to speak. And actually, 9 out of the 10 hives did make it, and quite a few in particular were actually very strong. So that was a massive relief. I did lose one hive. In all fairness, it was like a really small swarm which we collected late in the season, and I wasn't confident it was going to get through anyway, but I just didn't get time to do to combine it with another hive. And yeah, it was pretty sad seeing this hive completely broken down, and as a matter of fact, there was like this big hole cut out in one of them. Photos on Instagram on what appeared to be like some sort of nest. It could be a bird, it could be a rodent, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was a bird, just judging by
the foliage.
Yeah, bod.
Yeah, so Rachel, who runs the farm, she was saying that the locals are having issues with Indian myna birds, which
Invasive species.
yeah, they're an introduced pest because back in their homeland, they're actually a highly revered bird and they're natural pesticides in the farming town. But so just like the cane toads that were introduced in far north Queensland, they assume that okay, we can introduce these birds for the pests, but sorry for insects, but they don't like the Australian insects. You know, they have no palate for them, and they'd rather eat the eggs of local birds.
Yeah, which is really sad.
Yeah, so yeah, there was a big hole which was like torn up in the screened bottom board, and there was a giant nest in there, and it was pretty sad. Go check it out on Instagram if you feel inclined to do so. But otherwise, the other 9 of the 10 hives were doing really well.
Especially our famous L. Feisty.
L.
from last
Feisty.
year that likes to attack everyone.
Yeah, it left you with a pretty bad sting on your
Yeah,
hand.
that was saying.
I will definitely requeen that hive, and that's actually leads us to the next topic of okay, all my bees, all the Bumblebear Farm bees are alive. What do we do now? Well, we gotta gear ourselves up for swarming, gear ourselves up for rapid hive expansion, and like I said, requeening. Queen Bee Sarah here is probably going to take the reins on queen rearing in between like her colossal effort of being queen bee of the house and looking after 2 babies already.
And doing the gardens.
Yeah, and
doing all the housework and all that cooking and all that stuff, which I'm an absolute pro at.
Yeah.
And Willie is the breadwinning master of the house who brings home the bacon, and we are such a team.
Yeah. But why rear your own queens? Because generally when you need a queen bee, whether it's to say, in our case, to try and introduce a better temperament into the hive, whenever you desperately need a queen, if you're relying on queen breeders, to send it to you, it just never comes in a timely manner. So if you have allocate a part of your yard to raise your own, then you can mitigate that problem. Sometimes your hive might crash for whatever reason, and you desperately need a queen, to get some, those precious eggs in. That's where having a new queen comes in handy. So that can happen later. In the meantime, just have to do regular checks. We're going to check on. We still have 2 more sites that we have to check up on. We have our friend Grandmaster Mustafa. We have a couple of hives at his property in his lovely hobby farm, and we have some at the Springvale Community Garden. So we will have a look at those, check on them every 2 weeks, because especially in a suburban area, we really, really want to stay on top of swarming, and most causes of swarming is due to overcrowding. So walking that fine line between enough,
making sure they have enough room, but not too much room, right?
Yeah. Yep. Too much dead space, then it's hard to keep the area clean and defend against pests. Not enough room, and then they swarm. So, a really famous beekeeper, I can't remember his name. He'd written numerous books. He said beekeepers are just like glorified space managers, and in many essence,
that is a large part of it.
Yeah, in many essence, that is where the micromanaging comes from, because the bees actually do most of the work. So we just have to ensure that their house is perfect. So at the moment,
we've got a big to-do list. Check on the rest of the bees. We've got to build some more boxes and frames, and we need to fix the bee suit that has a hole in it.
Yes, we fortunately I do have one suit which is not holy, but the other one, it's a pretty sad time, putting that veil on. But otherwise, that's it. We have a very busy spring ahead of us.
Yeah, it's going to be intense. Any babysitters out there? No, it's okay. We will figure it out. But yeah, I think this weekend we're going to get deep into it, get our hands dirty, and...
in amongst our magical garden, which is coming to life.
Yes. Yeah, so we're excited about spring, and check Instagram for more photos of what's going on in our garden and our apiary, and thanks for listening.
Yes, Sarah, that's not your real sign off.
No, it's not. It's true. I wasn't finished yet. Thanks for listening, and thank you for your interest. And remember, you too can be a steward of the bees by being kind to bees.
Yeah. Fiona approves.
The end. See you guys.
Bye.